Everyone who's watched Over the Garden Wall pretty much agrees it's a great show. I recently looked up Over the Garden Wall theories on YouTube because it's a great show with a lot of layers, and I thought, hey, I want to discover new theories and see what other people think. So I looked it up and...
Fine. I'll do it myself.
I'm just going to come right out and say it. The Beast and the Queen of the Clouds are the same entity. Now, this is probably going to be a very short video since the Queen of the Clouds has like 3 minutes of screen time tops. But let's just dive right into it, shall we? Also, if you haven't watched Over the Garden Wall, what are you doing with your life? Go watch it right now, because this video will contain heavy spoilers for the show. The Beast and the Queen of the Clouds both speak in a very refined manner, and they're both the only characters in the show to refer to Greg as Gregory. To my knowledge, if there's another character who does it, okay, sure, but, like, it's not gonna ruin the entire theory, because trust me, I've got way better points to prove to them. So, yeah, this was definitely one of my, weakest points of evidence for them being the same. But don't worry, there's gonna be more convincing stuff. And by the end of this, you'll be completely sure that the Queen of the Clouds is literally just manipulating Greg so that the Beast can consume him. Because they're the same person. I'm bad at talking. The Queen of the Clouds said that Wirt's fate rests solely in the Beast's hands. And yet, he very easily gets out of the Edelwood. It was barely twigs on him. Why would the Queen of the Clouds lie to Gregory like that? Clearly a kid might see that and think, oh, Wirt's not going to be able to get out, I can see the Edelwood. But an adult would clearly see those are twigs and they are very easy to break. The Queen of the Clouds was very clearly lying to Greg to get him to take Wirt's place. Again, very short. You know what? I think all these are going to be short. Again, like I said, short video. I'm talking to a wall. Next evidence!
And wander through the dawn.
The Beast has very clearly been spying on the two brothers for the entirety of the show. For one thing, the Beast says the same exact things that Greg has said 2 times during their scavenger hunt. And for another thing, he knows exactly how to trigger Greg into making him have a mental breakdown and turn into Edelwood. As you can see, Greg is surprisingly resilient since he was able to survive the cult for a very long time. You can see that he wasn't turned into Edelwood because of his physical decline, but because of his mental decline. As the woodsman says, there are 2 ways to be turned into Edelwood.
But only if you give up. Keep hearty in both body and spirit, and you shall be safe from him. Fall ill or lose hope, and your life shall pass into his crooked hands.
As you can see, it may appear at first that Greg became too cold, and that's what turned him into Edelwood, but he is very far away from the stump that he was catching the sun in. And another thing, Greg didn't feel any guilt for stealing the that is a hard word, rock from Miss Daniel's garden until he was turning into an Edelwood tree. So obviously the Beast had to have sometime gotten into Greg's mind and learned about his memories and how he stole that rock. Now, where is a good place to tap into somebody's memory? That's right, the brain. And where do our dreams come from? That's right, the brain. And what is Babes in the Woods all about? That's right, I mean dreams. Dreams. It's about dreams. So clearly, the Beast became the Queen of the Clouds. He shapeshifted into the Queen of the Clouds to manipulate Greg into taking Wirt's spot, and then he would turn Greg into an Edelwood tree so that Wirt would get really sad and turn into the Edelwood tree, or turn into the next Lantern Bearer. Either plan worked for the Beast. He is one of the best Cartoon Network villains. As you can see, first video, very sloppily made. This took a lot of takes. I'm open to criticism, just please don't be toxic. And yeah, I'm sorry for like all the cuts and stuff and the poor editing. Again, it's my first video. I'm just trying to make a fun theory. Hopefully, I'll be making more Over the Garden Wall theories in the future. If you want, I can make them past Halloween, but, you know, if you don't, that's fine. Main thing is, I want to keep uploading more full-length videos onto the channel, and I would love to have some support. I'm not going to ask you to subscribe, but I would appreciate comments. Honestly, I see a comment as more value than a subscription. So commenting, that's great. Thank you for watching the video, and I'll see you next time. I'll work on a better outro sometime. I sound like a 10-year-old.